It feels like if he stays on message, he should win the state.
And what is the big issue? If you're voting on a single issue, what's the single issue for you?
Well, I think the big issue is the change in the direction of the country. I think a lot of people feel that the next generation isn't going to have greater opportunity than what we've had, and decline in quality of jobs, income levels, opportunity of trade, and government overregulation from Washington.
Do you put yourself in the what I call affirmative or negative camp, meaning I affirmatively really like Donald Trump and want to vote for him, or I really hate Hillary Clinton?
No, I would say that I affirmatively like his stand on issues better than I do Hillary Clinton. I don't care for Hillary Clinton's accomplishments or lack of, but I do think that for agriculture, for Iowa, for job creation, he's the better choice.
Right. What do you say when you see there's an editorial this morning, op-ed from USA Today, first time they've come out and said anything really about a candidate so strongly. They say that Donald Trump is unfit to be president. They call him a serial liar.
You know, it's really interesting to me that they can say that when we have 20 years of the Clintons, from the foundation to Benghazi to emails, that she's never accountable for. You know, so I think that it's again a disconnect between the establishment, the media, and what real Americans are thinking. They get out to work every day.
Okay, so let's talk about getting out to work every day and the big issues there. When it comes to growing the economy and growing the economy in this state, what needs to happen?
I think two things. I think one, if you think about agriculture and farming, we have unfair trade agreements that are harming income levels and not putting agriculture and other industries in the U.S. on a fair playing field. Two, we have over-government regulation that's increasing costs and creating uncertainty for your business. So the combination of those two is not a good thing.
And you don't see Hillary Clinton, you think, working hard enough on the regulatory issue, I imagine.
No.
On the trade issue, they're both in the same place on TPP, but on NAFTA and other things, clearly Donald Trump has been stronger.
Yeah, I think a couple of things. One, if
at
you
least
look
more outspoken.
If you look at, for instance, a couple of weeks ago, China instituted a 35% tariff on distillers' grain. It didn't matter if we had a trade agreement. They just decided they were going to have a 35% tariff. If you're someone that's relying on that market, that's really a bad thing, and that's an unfair thing. Same thing on Japan on their tariffs on beef and pork. They have 16-year tariffs that will go off 16 years from now, Andrew. And some of us being a little bit older, 16 years is a long time in our lifetime to wait for a fair level playing field.
To the degree that there's a critique about Donald Trump and trade, it's that there's a worry that there could become a trade war. Is that something you...
No, I don't think so. I think that the practicality of just having smart trade agreements, and when you have disagreements, having options in those trade agreements that they can be solved. The other day I heard someone say that, you know, we took it to court 18 months from now, it'll be okay. A banker isn't going to wait 18 months for something to be okay that's unfair.
If he wins, do you have a place in the administration?
Not that I know of. What I want to do is I want to see good, sound policy. I want to see practical things happen, and I think all of us that can should make a difference in that.
Final question, and it has to do with what some of the farmers we were talking to yesterday called disposition. What do you think of Donald Trump's disposition as a supporter of his? There was a little bit of debate around what he may or may not say in the next couple of debates and how that may impact things.
You know, I think sometimes we often cringe a little bit at some of the things he says, but at the end of the day, a lot of us think those things and say those things privately. He happens to just say those out publicly, and that's not a bad thing. He doesn't apologize for his wealth. He doesn't apologize that we need to make this country a better country, and he doesn't apologize for sticking up for America, and I think that's a key.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.